Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my bad. Hey, listen, I've been trying to fix the timing on this computer all day. For some reason, Kara's computer says that it is 7:27. So it is very difficult for me to try to coordinate the perfect timing to go live and start. I hit the intro video and it's supposed to go live right after that, but because it didn't say that it was 7:30 on the computer yet, it asked me if I wanted to start early. So, hey, guess what? If you stay ready, you ain't ever got to get ready. It's your man, JD. It's your man, Shane O'Mac. I think he was having some internet connection problems. Can you hear me all right over there, Shane? We good? We loud? We clear?
We good. We good. How are
Absolutely. Hey,
things
baby.
over on my end?
Yep. All right. Hey, no, you're good. You're looking much better than you were a minute ago. I couldn't see that shaved, unbearded face there very well. It was very grainy, kind of looked like a bad Avatar movie from the 1990s or something. Hey, anyways, it is Shane O'Mac and it's your boy Jay Dizzle, JD Wyatt, coming to you for a Saturday Sports Shorts, whatever you want to call it. We're here to talk a few quick sports with you. Man, we've had great college baseball going on today. It's a beautiful Saturday. JD made some hot dog chili. Hey, if y'all have never had my hot dog chili, man, I make a good one. I had a good little hot dog a while ago. Brandon, I know he might be jealous about that. He loves a good chili dog. Shane, my man, how you living over there, my friend?
Man, it's good. Was Went to the family reunion this morning over in Walterboro. I got to see a bunch of family members that I hadn't seen in a while. Some that were just meeting for the first time. Just found out. It was great to do that. Ate so much I came home and went to bed. Uh, Took me a little nap this
Right.
afternoon. I'm all rested up. I'm ready to go tonight. How you feeling?
Hey, we are good. Listen, we've got some great topics that we are going to talk about this evening. Um, hey, let me give a shout out though. We have finally gotten my man Shane Owen onto Twitter. Hey, took a little finagling. It took some create man. Listen, we y'all have heard us talk about it. It took a minute, but hey, make sure to go give him a follow. It's right at the bottom of the screen. It's at poops. At poops sports. I almost said shorts. Hey, that's what happens on this Saturday with all these S's. Say it 3 times fast. I promise you, you'll get confused at one point or another. But Shane, why don't we start talking about? Man, there's been some great College World Series games. There's always heroes. There's always zeros. So tonight we're going to talk about, some of the mental aspects of that. What do you mean, JD? Shane, Uncle Poops, lead us into this. What are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, well, first off, we want to welcome all of our sports nuts, all of our mixed nuts. As always, like, follow, subscribe, and share. This is our Saturday Sports Shorts, episode 2. Happy to continue with this series. We've got a lot of things going on in the world of sports. We're going to touch on a few of them. Just about some athletes. Are they still only human? We got some Omaha. Who we got going? Super regionals have kicked off this weekend. We've already got a couple teams that are going, so we'll see where that goes from there. Then we got a little hot take for you guys. Kind of get it away from the sports a little bit. Just see where you guys' heads are at on some topics, and then we're going to kind of close it up with something that's might be a little interesting come next week. As always, y'all comment. We want to hear your thoughts. Um, Coming into the show, and hey, may even get on here and have a chance to talk with us some on it. So, hey, just one thing, JD. Are you ready to get into this?
Man, hey, I stay ready, baby. Let's ride.
All right, let's go. As you say, bang bang.
Bang bang.
All right, man. So as we've covered before, on the 30 for 30 series special broke, we're here to talk about sports and athletes, but we want to talk about them in a different light. With that being said, we hold these athletes up to such a high standard. that it's almost they're put on an impossible pedestal at the point. God has given them such a great talent, and we almost exploit that talent for what the athletes are. And I know it takes a toll not only on the body but mentally as well. And so, I mean, we've seen it multiple times. You look at the Aaron Hernandez, he was such a great, gifted athlete, but mentally was on a different side of the planet when it came to that. So, JD, I know you got some good things to say on this. So I'm going to let you go ahead and lead it off. Take this one away.
All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. I'm getting chills. I mean, this is one of those topics. Hey, we talk about it all the time. You might even see a little tear come up. This is one of those topics, man. It really hits home because you were blessed with athletic ability. I was blessed with it. Brandon, we know, was blessed with it. But there's only a certain select few, and I mean, depending on what sport you're talking about, it's such a small percentage of the players that actually end up going. I mean, from high school to college to the professionals. I was going to say pro football and this and that, but I'll keep it generic. I mean, even from a baseball, soccer, hey, I had tons of roommates, at little old USC Upstate here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And, a lot of these guys never ended up, being a professional player at any level. So, what I'm here to tell everybody is that, hey, listen, professional athletes, they're a real human being. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have a life at home. My man, thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Cassie, for shooting me the name. Jorge Lopez. I don't know if you guys saw this story. Mets player, a few weeks back, angry in a game, tossed his glove into the stand. Everybody was quick to crucify him. But then the story comes out later. My man's got a toddler at home waiting for a transplant. And so, guys, hey, listen, put yourself in their position, though. Like I said, there's heroes and there's zeros. Could you handle the pressure of trying to kick the game winning field goal in the Super Bowl? Could you handle the pressure of being that one that needs to hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth to win one of these College World Series games? And if you couldn't handle that pressure, could you handle the negative attention when people come after them for missing those field goals? Hey, or being the one that gives up that game-winning home run? Can you imagine? Like, to me, dude, I would be distraught. I come on this show the other day and I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. And I criticize myself over. I'm hard on. I am my own worst critic. And so we don't need these fans calling these players crazy racial slurs as we saw with the Chicago Sky coming out of a hotel. Listen, they are real human beings. They all put their pants on one leg at a time. They've all got elbows. Well, most of them got elbows. 99% of them got elbows. And they all go sit down to use the potty from time to time. There's no need to call these people and threaten their lives when they make a mistake in a game. The real game is the game of life. Shane, I'll give it to you on that one.
Oh yes, a lot of the drama and everything in this WNBA with what we've seen recently. I mean, it comes to light, and we're seeing a lot of it talked about more in the sports world in general. Like you said, Lopez the other day, he was, you know, it was crazy. He's going through so much, and he's expected to perform at a certain level, and then he's criticized. So I mean, these things go without saying that the actual care and the life of the player that we revere so highly and everything is just one of those things that it's coming more towards the forefront. And it's especially we wanted to get this topic out there with June being Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's one of those things that I think that everybody needs to talk about, and you know actually bring to the forefront that these are actually people that we're talking about, not only a great athlete.
Right. Man, you played it right into it again. We try to treat them like they're machines. I mean, we really do. The extent that LeBron has put his body through. over the last 20 years. I mean, obviously he's got the top of the top dollars. And so, I mean, this guy, though, I mean, he's been on top of the cryo, the icing, the full, he's just been advanced in keeping track of his body. And for him to do what he's done for such a long stretch, when the average career of most professional athletes is no more than 5 years amongst all sports. But yeah, I mean, these guys are real people. I even talked about Coach Kingston getting fired, y'all. Listen, that's not fun for anybody. We're just here trying to tell you what we really think, give you our honest opinion on it. But think about all the lives that affects. You've got his children, his wife. They've all got friends. I mean, granted, hey, there's some coaches that bounce a lot, but there's also some. Coach Greg Nybert at PC as one. He was there for 20 years. He never interviewed for any bigger jobs. He just wanted to be there in small old Clinton, South Carolina at PC. And so, man, yeah, hey, y'all lay off of the people's families. Y'all lay off of them a little bit. We've got Chip. He mentioned the Josh Hamilton art. But hey, I mean, you've got drug addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction. You got anything to say about gambling and the MLB, Shane?
Hey, it's a big thing now. We've seen four players just this past week been given the lifetime ban for the for their roles in betting during MLB games and stuff like that. We got another one who was a Braves guy and is with Gwinnett right now, David Fletcher. He hasn't bet on baseball games, but he has been linked to betting with Shohei's interpreter and all that good stuff when he was with the Angels. So, it's the gambling in sports is becoming a thing, and hey, y'all keep watching and keep following us. That may become a topic that we cover.
Oh, absolutely. We got Brandon over here in the stream also. He mentions Drew Brees and hey, the injuries. What about Adrian Peterson and his ACL? Can you imagine the mental grind? And see, that's the thing. People never, ever, ever want to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. They don't want to do that. They don't ever want to put themselves in their position to see what they might actually be feeling and where they're coming from. And so that's a huge disconnect in society. Hey, coaches who learn how to do it, though, that's why they're successful. They're able to relate to their players. That's what good leaders do. That's what we do here at the Sports Nuts. And hey, we've got a few more good topics coming up. Shane, I've gotten so into this conversation, I kind of forgot what else we got coming up. Let me look at my
Oh
checks and
yeah,
notes.
go ahead.
Has anybody
Take your
punched
notes.
a ticket? Yeah, has anybody punched a ticket to the College
Yes,
World Series?
oh, two teams already. And funny enough, we talked about the ACC, SEC, just last night. And hey, here we are. Two ACC schools have already punched a ticket. We've got a lot of good games. Had four of them yesterday. Had a total of eight today. Um, uh, NC State came out swinging. I know when we were at the family reunion, I checked the score. It was 11-0 in the top of the third. They ended up winning 18. Top 10 ranked matchup in the super regionals that we have. We've got another ranked matchup between Kentucky and Oregon State. They're locked in a pretty good battle right now, from what I can tell. FSU. Just I wish that Atlanta's offense would explode like they did here in the past couple of days.
Right. Yep.
And so they've already punched their ticket. Evansville forced a game 3 with number 1 overall Tennessee. Hey, that's one of the things we love to see. Hey, underdog feel good stories. Uh, you know, we've got a couple good matchups that I think that we're going to have. Florida and Clemson is a good matchup. Florida, SEC schedule, but they came out on top today, game 1. Clemson nationally ranked. Got a good bunch of good things going on in the super regionals right now. we want to hear what you guys think. How have the games been in your opinion, and who are your favorites to go and do something in Omaha? So, JD, let me throw it to you on that, man. Who you got? Who you liking watching these super regionals this weekend?
Uh, well, let me start by telling you this. I'll tell you somebody I really didn't like was Florida, and y'all have heard me say it once. Y'all have heard me say it twice. They shouldn't have been in the tournament to begin with, and I'll tell you why. Why I didn't want them there is because hey, I'm a Gamecock fan, but hey, look, I'm wearing neutral colors today. I am wearing neutral team colors. I had a little talk with somebody on Twitter earlier about Cinderella. He posted somebody came into Dick's Sporting Goods one time and said they wanted to buy, non-team colors. And he was like, I don't know what color that is. Like, what do you want? Every color is somebody's team color. White, black, red, purple, blue, green, like whatever you buy is something. But they ended up with black chairs. And so, man, it's ridiculous though. Like, I tried to wear neutral colors. I wanted Clemson to win. I do. I mean, I'm a Gamecock fan. It might be a travesty for me to say that, but I wanted them to beat Florida because I didn't want Florida there. Because I think if Florida makes it to Omaha, they're that low-level SEC team that barely made the tournament, snuck in just like Ole Miss, just like Mississippi State, just like all those teams that have snuck in the past and ended up winning the whole thing. And so, listen, if Florida does end up getting by, which that game one is crucial, I honestly thought we would be sitting here talking about Florida State punching their ticket, which they did. I thought we would be mentioning Tennessee punching their ticket, and then UNC has a chance to punch their ticket. So I thought I was ready to tell a few people, hey, get ready to head to Omaha, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh yeah, and I think it's only going to get more interesting. I'm looking forward to any game three that we have in the super regionals because anything can happen. So they're exciting. We're ready to get to Omaha. We're ready to go ahead and finally crown that national champion. Everybody's worked so hard to get to this point, and I'm happy to see the jubilation on the players' faces as they win these super regionals and they know that they're going to Omaha with it being such a big deal with them.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, I mean, it's what they've all fought for. It's what all the fans want. I mean, Evansville, what a great story. The fact that they were able to win. See, and that's my thing. I mentioned it on an episode last night. You can do more with less if you have a system and you do fundamentally sound football, baseball, softball, whatever it may be. If you make good decisions, just like in life, you'll probably end up doing all right. I can't say I've made the best life decisions, obviously. But hey, we all make mistakes, but that just ties into what we talked about real athletes and everything else. But hey, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Shane, Uncle Poops, you've got some tailgating advice for people, I do
Oh,
believe. Can we hear all about that?
Oh yeah, this is what we're going to call our Saturday Sports Shorts hot take. Something to get everybody involved. We want to see your interaction with us. We're going to take it off of the sports for a second. Just real life stuff. What are do's and don'ts? What are pet peeves? Kind of everything. We're going to cover a bunch of topics, but like JD said, tonight we're going to do like some tailgating do's and don'ts to where hey, we all love to go to sporting events. We all we all cook. Me and JD, I know, are big cooks. I love to cook outside on the grill, always with a cold beverage at some point, especially on the weekends when I don't have much to do. And nothing's better than that than going to an actual live event, tailgating, be it a concert. I mean, even tailgating on the beach. I mean, just going out to the beach and having fun with friends and family. It's kind of some do's and don'ts, and we're going to show some examples and share some examples on how we've come to know some things, and kind of little tricks of the trade. Of course, everybody knows I'm a big NASCAR guy. NASCAR is one of the only sports where you can take multiple carriers of containers in there. So we tailgate. When we tailgate, a lot of times, man, what I can tell you is if you can get food ready the day or two before, go ahead and do that. Man, stock up on your tin foil, on your plastic bags, everything else, because, in the end, you're trying to rush to get into this event. And, you don't want to have that cleanup rush and everything else and miss, say, the national anthem and the flyover because you're out there trying to clean up. So, you know, make sure everything's in containers. Make sure you have your bags. One of the things that I could say don't do is don't go ahead and decide to go ahead and cook at the location and bring a grill and stuff like that, and then realize, oh well, we've only got an hour to go get in here, so we've got to clean up. The worst thing to see is a fire in the parking areas from where people have left the grills on, or the coal's too hot and forgot to get them out. But as always, the number one do for any kind of tailgate is make sure that you are going to be safe. Um, it's multiple times. I've seen too many people get in bad situations because of decisions that were made. So we definitely don't want to encourage that of any way. So number one rule is always be safe. Uh, JD, what I know you've been to some places and done some things. What do you think?
Man, hey, that first of all, that last one there, that is the key to all the advice. You want to be safe. Not only do you want to be safe for yourself, I would prefer you to be safe for families like myself. That have two young children. You never know what accident might take a parent away from a child. Hey, like we didn't mean to get this so gruesome here on the sports nut tonight. Hey, we're lighthearted. We're in a good mood about it. We're just trying to
Yeah,
give you good, sound, honest, actual advice. But hey, as far as what my dues are, like we said, be safe. But hey, you got to at least have a beer or two to sip on. You got to at least have one or two out in the hot sun. Obviously, you want to stay hydrated as well. So I'm going to give you multiple do's and don'ts here all at once. But you got to have a TV. You got to be watching the other sporting events that are going on during that time. So hopefully you got one of those cars that are fancy enough to have a plug in the back. Unfortunately I can't say all that. There's people now that got DVD players and everything in their van. I won't say any names. Pap off. But hey, you got to have a way to watch sports while you're out there. We can all do it from our phone and everything now, obviously as well. But man, hey, I need at least one chilled snack. I need some chicken salad, some cold boiled peanuts, hot boiled peanuts. Listen. If you're out there, you got to be snacking. You got to be munching. You got to have some wings, cold chicken salad, and some crackers. Plenty of ice water and Gatorade. Don't forget, for every Gatorade you drink, you need to drink it water. Probably also got to flush those kidneys out. But man, hey, there's nothing better than going to one of these sporting events, though. I mean, Darlington, I've been there. Coke 600. There's a few more on my bucket list. Obviously, Gamecocks, Williams Bryce Stadium, been there. Tiger State Memorial Stadium, been there. But hey, yeah, we're actually at the Sports Nuts here. We're gonna be able to check some of those bucket list items off, hopefully in the future, with all of you guys as well. We might be broadcasting from it. But Shane, I'm gonna throw it back to you, man. Hey, we've done a great episode so far. What else you got for us? You got anything else?
and I gotta just want to keep it to the sports shorts part of it. So we're going to try to wrap this thing up here. Just got one more thing I want to bring up. You know, we we've all we see my hat. This is my golf hat. Uh, I'm sitting out here watching the Memorial today, and it's beautiful out there. But we've got the U.S. Open coming to Pinehurst #2 next weekend. We've got a third major of the year, I believe, and so I'm excited about it. Pinehurst is only about 45 minutes to an hour away from where I live there in Sherrall. It is a beautiful course. Professional, amateur, any level of golf, go ahead And check out Pinehurst number two. It's historically known. It's a beautiful course. I want to talk about some of the favorites. We see Scotty Scheffler out here just makes a triple bogey while he's playing, and still got a 4 or 5 shot lead this afternoon while he's coming in. Pinehurst number two is a difficult course. It's nothing like the atmosphere that we're going to see. Everything that they play, sand, greenside bunkers, anything in the rough, any kind of sand like that, it's all waste areas. So don't have to worry about grounding the club, anything like that in that part. But the greens at Pinehurst are like domes. They're tough. I'll go ahead and throw it back. In 2014, Martin Keimer won the U.S. Open there. He won it by using just the good old Texas wedge, the putter, from inside 30 yards off the green. I mean, he never took out a wedge for a chip shot. That tells you how challenging the greens and all are going to be. But Scheffler, of course, is going to be a favorite coming in. John Rahm is going to be a good one. Xander Schauffele, the way he's been playing lately, and the way he can putt, I think that might kind of push him, maybe get another major in. So we'll see how that goes. JD, who you got, man? What you thinking?
Hey man, hey, the U.S. Open, dude. That's one of those things I want to check off the bucket list. Also, the Masters, right down here in Augusta. Unfortunately, my uncle, he used to get tickets all the times, but this was well before I was ever able to go. Being such a youngster at that age. But man, there's pictures of the Masters and stuff like that. As far as the U.S. Open goes, obviously, I think we're going to see our top players there. I think Scotty Scheffler, obviously, he's going to be coming back with something to prove after his recent legal, you know, debacle, I guess we'll call that, whatever it is.
Right,
I mean, hey, did
right.
y'all see the injury? Did y'all see the injuries to this police officer? I mean, my dude had a scraped knee, and they literally released photos of it. And I'm just like, well, you probably shouldn't have swung a flashlight at somebody's head, and you probably wouldn't have scraped your knee up anyway. But Scotty Scheffler, he'll be there. Cam Smith, Xander Schauffele. Is John Rahm playing? Obviously, if he is, him and Brooks Koepka, they tend to play well come major time. But it's going to be someone who has a good short iron game. Mr. Chip, thank you for agreeing. Yeah, the officer, he definitely exaggerated just a bit. I don't know if anybody's seen the full video. Like literally, Scotty Scheffler pulled up as calm and this officer was definitely feeling some type of way. I mean, I don't know why he was. Again, hey, real life people, real life situations. We don't know what goes through those cops' head, just like we don't know what goes through these athletes' head. And so, with all that said, though, the U.S. Open this week, hey, we're gonna have some College World Series games. Man, we got NASCAR racing fixing to start up. Chip said Boris said might win tonight.
Oh, hey,
What do you
bring it
think?
back on Boris. Bring it back on
Yeah,
Boris.
boy.
I,
Hey,
I, I like it.
yeah,
I
he's
like
running
it.
for Hendrick, number 17 tonight.
Oh yeah.
If anybody's gonna win in an Xfinity race, it's
You
that
put
17
him.
car from Hendrick
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah. You put that car out there. They do a good job. Spire Motorsports in partnership with Hendrick and Junior Motorsports, actually.
Right.
In their engine department, they do a good job. And I mean, Boris said he's a feisty one, and he's a great road
Mm,
racer. So we're
Yep,
gonna see it out there in wine country.
he's a road race ringer. And other drivers who have driven that 17 car, I don't know, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson.
William Byron.
Obviously, they've won in yeah, they've won in that 17 car. So it is a winning team. Boris said there, Chip, hey man, that might be a sneaky pick. Hey, any of you gamblers out there? Hey, we don't talk much gambling around here because we're from South Carolina. But hey, that's the great thing about being a sports nut. You can give us any topic that you want us to talk about. We will talk about it. We will give you our opinion. It might be wrong, it might be right, but we'll try to be right and we'll give you what we honestly think about it. So if you ever want a sports topic that you want to talk about or you want to hear us talk about, Don't forget to follow everything at the bottom of the screen. The Sports Nuts on Twitter, at the Sports Nuts 176 on YouTube. Myself, JD Wyatt 06 on Twitter. Obviously, I stay ready to interact. I try staying on this internet game. So, hey, we got to stay shucking and jiving. We're running close to not being able to call this a short anymore. So I had to drop a few plugs. Shane, shout out a few people. Tell them about your new Twitter, your new title. And, hey, let's check this thing out for the evening, bro.
Oh yeah, as always, want to shout out Brandon Keeler at Keeler Brandon on Twitter. Thanks for allowing us to have this opportunity to do it. Hey Chip, see you out there, man. Thanks for watching. All family, friends, everyone watching. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Um, you know, um, Me, Twitter, X, finally, thank you to my lovely sister, JD's wife, Kara Owen, for figuring it out. I am on Twitter X at Poops, POOPZ, Sports, SPORTZ on Twitter. So check me out there. New follow. I'm going to get into it. We're going to try to do some things. So you know, um, want everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday night. Have a lovely Sunday morning. Rest of the weekend. I'm ready to wrap everything up tonight and see what we got on the plate tomorrow, and try to make it back up to Sherrall to catch a couple of these good events that we're going to have tomorrow afternoon.
All right. Hey, well, let me shake this down real quick. Hey, Shane, Uncle Poops, you be careful on your way home tomorrow. Mama, happy late birthday to you. Ninny, Papa, y'all be careful on the way up here tomorrow. I'm ready. Y'all, hope y'all ready to have a great vacation. We're ready to have Uncle Poops here for a few days. Hey, the next time you see Uncle Poops and I, we will be broadcasting from the same location right here in good old Simpsonville, South Carolina. Listen, hey, we've got great content coming. We appreciate all those. Listen, we've got too many fans now, finally, to name by name. Julian, Papaw, Ninny, Momo, Aunt Deme, Justin, Elizabeth, Cocky Texan, Twinkie, Chip, Brandon, everybody in between. Hey, listen, it's been a great episode. We're going to go get these babies ready for bed, and JD's going to watch some sports. Most important advice we gave you, though, is be safe, be blessed, not stressed. And Uncle Poops, what is it you say?
Hey, as always, peace, love, and bacon grease, guys. Love.
Hey, we'll see y'all Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, right here. Let's go.